we are investigating a former railway tunnel in Devon. As with so many rural lines, the services here were ended at the hands of Dr. Beeching in the 1970s, and today it forms part of a cycle track. The tunnel was built in the 1870s and originally had 2 tunnels. However, today the second tunnel is bricked up and serves as a bat reserve. Almost immediately after arriving, and before most of our kit was even switched on,
we got a shadow figure right in the middle.
Kaz and John both saw a shadow figure standing at the end of the tunnel. It even appeared black when the torch was shone towards it. They sent Stu down to have a look. After a few moments of sorting out the autofocus, Stu pointed the camera down and caught something incredible.
Stu?
Yep.
Where you are now, over this side.
Did you see it? Let's show that to you again. This time we've brightened up the shot. Here it is again in slow motion. You can see a shadowy figure of a person standing there, and then as the camera pans across, disappearing into the darkness. This wasn't seen on the camera at the time, but when the evidence was reviewed and we brightened up the footage, this figure was seen immediately. Shortly after this, the team set up a springulum experiment. This device operates in a similar fashion to a Ouija board, in that participants gently rest their finger on the top, and the spirit can move the head to denote a yes or no answer.
So that was a yes?
Just as the session was beginning, Kaz's recorder picked up an odd whistle.
You want to show us which way you want to go for yes? Come on, friend. You want to show us
This was not picked up on a second recorder nearby, or by John's camera, which was only about 10 metres away. After 5 minutes of no communication, the springulum finally starts to move. Anne picks up that we're speaking to a male who was 46.
40s. 46 is what
At this moment, not only does the springulum move to agree with this, but also there's a metallic sound in the tunnel.
Thank you. You are well done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I heard a tink. Like a metal tink. No, I heard like a... Thank you. Thank you.
We cannot explain this. There are no lights or pipes in the tunnel. 4 team members are on camera and Stu is at the other end of the tunnel, and he also captured the noise. We don't know where it came from. A short while later, Anne picks up on the name Bob.
What's your name? Bob.
Which is once again confirmed by the springulum.
Thank you.
The spirit also confirms that he was a local man and worked on the trains.
I was going to say, you look like a pair of cats.
Just as the team were about to wrap up the session, 2 more metallic sounds are captured.
Anybody coming, you'll see it on this.
Noise coming from.
Coming, you'll see it on this. Coming, you'll see it on this.
Once again, we can't explain these, as no one was moving at the time to make the metallic sounds. While the springulum session was taking place, Stu was at the other end of the tunnel and had felt a strange, heavy, almost oppressive feeling at one spot. He felt this every time he moved to that spot, and later on John confirmed that he also felt it when he passed that location. This sensation was there for about 90 minutes before it simply faded away.
You okay, John?
It's backed off now. It was trying to talk to her, it was too much. I literally reeled. I think they realised it was she or whatever was realised that they were coming on too strong and they backed off. Now I can't get up to talk at all.
It does feel lighter in here the second.
Could there be an explanation for this? We know from records that there was once a suicide involving a moving train in this tunnel. Could we have picked up on that spirit? After the springulum session, Stu and John both stopped filming to use their senses to try and work out what the oppressive feeling at the end of the tunnel was. However, the audio recorders were still rolling and picked up one more interesting sound. What we have is what sounds like a man laughing. Well, we can't explain this, as all of our team are accounted for and talking normally. This tunnel surprised us, especially with the shadow figure caught when we first arrived. But what did you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you next time.